My landlord lives across the hall, and last Tuesday she banged on my door at 2 a.m. holding a printout of my Twitter account. I'm 27 and I rent the smaller bedroom in a converted 2-bed unit. The landlord, I'll call her Diane, owns the place and lives in the other room. She's 58, divorced, and from day one she had rules that felt off. No friends over after 9, no cooking fish. She labels her shelf in the fridge with masking tape. I signed anyway because rent in this neighborhood is unreal, and I work from home as a freelance illustrator. For 3 months, it was fine, just tense. She'd knock to remind me about dish soap. She'd leave post-its on the bathroom mirror about hair in the drain. Annoying, but I kept my head down. Then about 6 weeks ago, she started lingering. She'd sit on the couch while I made coffee and ask who I was texting. She told me, quote, she considered us, quote, family now. I started eating in my room. But that's not even the worst part. I run a small anonymous account online where I post sketches and honestly vent about roommate stuff. Nothing identifying, no names, no addresses. I'd posted a cartoon of a woman labeling cottage cheese with a label maker, captioned, quote, the war crimes of cohabitation. It got maybe 400 likes. 2 weeks ago I made an honest mistake. I was logged into that account on my laptop and I sent her the Zelle for rent through a screen share when our Wi-Fi was acting up. She helped me reboot the router. She saw the tab, she said nothing. And then she sent me a text the next morning, just, quote, interesting hobby. I froze. I apologized, said the cartoons weren't really about her, which I mean, they sort of were. She said it was fine. It wasn't fine. This is where things got really weird. She started photographing things. A dish I left in the sink, photo, time-stamped, slid under my door. A pair of shoes by the entryway, photo. She compiled them. Last Tuesday at 2 a.m. she banged on my door with a printed thread of my tweets next to printed photos of my, quote, violations, and told me she was forwarding everything to my freelance clients she'd found through my portfolio site. She said, quote, let's see how professional you really are. I know this sounds dramatic, but I genuinely could not breathe. I called my brother Eli at 3 a.m. He drove over, sat in the kitchen with me, and we drafted a response. I told her if she contacted a single client, I'd file for harassment and report her for running an unpermitted rental. The unit isn't zoned for a separate lease, which I checked. She went quiet. The next day she slid a new printed page under my door, a 30-day notice to vacate. I'm moving out Saturday. Eli's letting me crash at his place until I find something. She never contacted my clients, as far as I know. Maybe I'm in the wrong for venting online about someone I lived with. It was her house, technically. But banging on my door at 2 a.m. with a dossier felt like the mask coming off. AITA for the cartoons, or was she always going to find a reason?